Sawadee krap. My name is Triston. I do HackerRank challenges. Learning JavaScript starting off. I want to get better at doing, JavaScript stuff and get better with JavaScript and language and everything. So yeah, I'm doing all these HackerRank challenges. I'm recording them and I'm putting them up on the intranets so that the world can see. Maybe no one will see. I don't know. Who knows? But I'm doing it. I'm taking the risk of looking stupid. I don't care. Yeah, if you like this kind of stuff, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell thing or whatever. Yeah, all right, well, let's get to it. We have another. My hotkeys are still not working, so you're gonna see a glimpse of my desktop here in a second. I don't have anything on it, so it's not like it matters, but bam, like that easy. All right, got the next one pulled up. This one's called diagonal difference. Given a square matrix, calculate the absolute difference between the sum of its diagonals. For example, the square matrix R is shown below. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 8, 9. The left to right diagonal equals 1 plus 5 plus 9. The right to left diagonal equals 3 plus 5 plus 9. 3 plus 5 plus 9. Okay, so I see what's happening. Of course, diagonal. Their absolute difference is 15 minus 7 equals 2. Complete the diagonal difference function in the editor below. It must return an integer representing the absolute diagonal difference, so I'm going to have to use, I think it's like math.abs, I think, or something like that. I don't know. I may have to Google something. I don't know. Array, an array of integers. Input format. The first line contains a single integer in the number of rows and columns in the matrix array. Each of the next n lines describes a row Ri and consists of n separated integers Rij. Print the absolute difference between the sums of the matrix's two diagonals as a single integer. So, what I'm thinking, so sample input, so this is a two-dimensional array. I think it said that. Anyway, it's a two-dimensional array. Looks like we have how many arrays are inside the array. So oh wait, I won't get that value, that's right. Sample output 15. The primary diagonal is 11, 5, 12. And the secondary diagonal is 4, 5, 10. Sum across the second diagonal. So I know what I need to do. The question is how to do it. Let's see if we can think through this. I'm sure someone's here already like,
oh my god, it's so simple, you just do this.
But not for me, dude. Not for me. Not for me. I mean, I'm a nerd and all, and I like this kind of stuff, but I'm not the smartest cookie in the box, if you know what I mean. I don't even know what I mean, but yeah, anyway. Alright, so let's see. Where the hell did that go? Okay, diagonal difference, array. I already know what the array looks like, but just for safety's sake, I want to see what it looks like, just so I know, exactly. Okay, so it's exactly what I expected. So, looking at this, I'm thinking if I run a loop, if I create a loop, and with that loop, I have a I'm keeping track of the up leftmost item, and then I'm also within the same iteration of the loop, I'm keeping track of the bottommost toast. Anyway, I'm keeping track of two points at the same time, and when I iterate, I plus plus minus minus or something like that. But I think you get what I'm saying. So how would I do that? Well, first I would need, so let's look at the matrix again. All right, so where do they intersect? They intersect right here in the middle at the 5. They only have one intersect value, of course, because they're completely separate until that point. I feel like I would just loop through the length of the primary array. Yeah, I feel like I would just do that. So I would say for let I equal 0, I is less than r.length I plus plus. I'm gonna go with that because that sounds promising to me. So I'm looping through the length of the array, the primary array. So what does that look like? I'll show you down here. So I'm looping through these 1, 2, 3 because I'm only going to be moving that many times. I'm gonna start here, then I'm gonna move here, then I'm gonna move here, and the same for the other one. I'm gonna start here, I'm gonna move here, I'm gonna move here. Oh, so it looks like the very first. What if I didn't start at the back? What if I just started at this one and then started at the end of this one? I'll be right back. My daughter is crying. Okay, I am back. My daughter started crying and it's like 2 a.m. right now. She rolls around and wakes up, and if I don't go up there and cuddle her, she don't go back to sleep. So I had to do that, daddy duties. Okay, anyway, so what I was thinking was, I don't think I really need to start here. I should be able to just start here and here, and then as I progress forward, move them. And that should be the same thing, I think. Let's check, because I'm adding, so if I add a negative number, so because I'm adding, the way that the operations work isn't the same as if I was subtracting. So I think that should work. So because if I take a negative 17 and I add it to a 15, oh wait, and that says negative. So I was wrong. This is just telling me the value, I guess, can be between negative 100 and 100. So I was wrong about that. So ignore what I said last time. Alright, so this could be at negative 12. Okay, so yeah, we have 12 here. So this would be 11, 5. So it does look like it's adding it. 11, 5, 12, 4, 5, 10. So they are adding it in that way. I was thinking to start here, it'd be negative 12 plus, which would be the same thing. Yeah, I believe. So I'm in this array right now. We're going to grab the first and the last. Let's say we're going to create a variable called, I don't know, result equal an array 0, 0, I guess. So now we're going to have let a equal rio. Wait, no, this ain't gonna work. How would I structure this? Could I say let a equal ri, and then this would be 0 plus I, and then b equal ri r dot length minus 1 minus I? Would that work? Wait, no, it wouldn't be minus 1 minus I, because that would put me on the last index, and on the very first iteration. Oh no, I is equal to 0. So that would work, right? That would get me the values, I believe. Let's say console.log AB. Let's see what happens from that. Run code. 11, 4, 5, 5, 12, 10. That should be right, shouldn't it? Bruh. That worked. Look at that. That was like, how did my brain even come up with that? Alright, so it looks like now I need to say result equals an array of result O plus A and result 1 plus B. Would that work? Return result. Return result. You're not done yet, dummy. Return. Is it abs? Abs. Math.abs. Yeah, that's it. Return math.absolute. A numeric expression for which the absolute value is needed. So it would just be a number. So it would be result O minus result 1. Would that be it? Run code. Bruh. I got it, son. Okay, well, not yet. I still have to submit it. But let's look at it and just make sure everything looks kind of Gucci. Result, bada bing, bada boom. A equals that. R dot length minus 1 minus I. Honestly, for me, that seems like super genius. I have no idea how I came up with that, but
I'm gonna pat myself on the back on that one because that's pretty cool.
Alright, submit code. Let's see what happens. Fingers crossed. Everything passed with literally the blink of an eye. Congrats, Tristan. You've successfully solved your 5th code challenge. I'm gonna cry. I feel so something. I feel like I accomplished something for once in my terrible, no, my life's not that bad, but I've accomplished something. That's pretty good. Hey, thanks for watching my video. If you liked it, smash the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more, and ding that bell if you want to be notified every time I upload a new video. That's all I have for today. Thank you very much. I appreciate you, and have a good day.